Hi, I'm Jessica Taylor from InkItUpWithJessica.com, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use different types of embossing folders with your Big Shot. Here's what you'll need: a Big Shot platform or a hinged multi-purpose platform open to tab 1, 2 clear cutting plates, 1 blue 3D embossing plate, or at least 4 half sheets of cardstock that are 5.5 by 8.5, and your Big Shot. Of course, you can use embossing folders with other die cutting embossing machines as well, but today I'm just going to show you how to use them with a Sizzix Big Shot. I have 3 different kinds of embossing folders. First is a regular folder. It's thinner, it's a little more pliable, and it comes in a number of different sizes, but this is a smaller one. So that's my regular one. I also have a 3D folder, which you can tell is a lot thicker, it's a lot stiffer, and this one has Sizzix branding on it. Now, Stampin' Up! Has some new folder designs that just have the Stampin' Up! Logo. There's no Sizzix logo. These are a new 3D folder produced just by Stampin' Up! And they require a little bit different sandwich. So let's go through each type of embossing folder, and I'll show you the sandwich or how you need to layer your pieces so that you can run it through the Big Shot and get a nicely embossed design on your cardstock. I've created a guide that you can download at the link in the description below to help you remember what sandwich you need for each type of folder. You might want to add numbers to your folders with a Sharpie so you can easily match up the number to the guide when you want to use a particular folder. When you use the first kind of folder, which is just a regular folder, you're going to need a Big Shot platform, a clear cutting plate, your cardstock inside your embossing folder. So when you have a smaller embossing folder, you might decide where on your cardstock you want to line that up, or you might cut your cardstock down so that it fits inside of the folder. And then you'll put another clear cutting pad on top and run that through your Big Shot. And there you have a nicely embossed piece of cardstock that you can use to make a greeting card. For the Sizzix branded 3D folders that are thicker, your sandwich is going to be the Big Shot platform, the embossing folder with your cardstock inside, and I love these folders that have a line on them that you can just match up the line on your cardstock. This pattern, it doesn't matter so much, but it makes sure that your cardstock is in there nicely. So you're gonna put that right on top of your Big Shot platform and add 1 clear cutting plate on top, and then run that through your Big Shot. And there you have some nicely embossed cardstock that you can use to make a greeting card. For the third type of embossing folder, which is just branded Stampin' Up!, it's a 3D folder, so it's a little bit thicker. You're going to need the Big Shot platform, your embossing folder with cardstock inside, and a blue 3D embossing plate. Then you'll just run that through your Big Shot. And again, you have a nicely embossed piece of cardstock to make a greeting card with. If you don't already have a blue 3D embossing plate, unfortunately these are no longer available for purchase from Stampin' Up!, but I have a hack for you. Your sandwich will be the Big Shot platform, your embossing folder with the cardstock inside, a clear cutting plate, and then at least 4 half sheets of cardstock on top of that. And then you'll just run it through the Big Shot like this. Now, the number of sheets that you use will depend on how deep you want your embossed design to be. Sometimes I use fewer sheets when I just want a real light embossing for the background and I don't want it to be deeply grooved. The more half sheets you add, and you can experiment with this, the deeper your embossed design will get. If you have the hinged platform, you're going to use those exact same sandwiches that I just went through, except for you're going to use your multi-purpose platform open to tab 1 on the bottom. Then you would build your sandwich on top of that. Don't forget to download my Big Shot guide for embossing folders at the link below. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to my channel, and here are more videos about using the Big Shot to make handmade cards.